guys, welcome back to the channel. Doing minimal things. What is doing minimal things? What are the advantages of doing minimal things? How do you start doing minimal things? What are the disadvantages of doing minimal things or getting into this phase, and how do you balance that? These are the things which I'm going to talk on in this vlog. I have been trying to get into this phase in my life. I have been a person who thought that every minute in life is something what we have to do and try to do as many things what we can do in our life. What is like doing minimal things? Doing minimal things is basically you slow down intentionally and look into priorities, look what are really important things in your life to be done, and you start doing it. I 100% agree that in today's world, the competition, the job requirements, the pressure, it's very difficult to think about doing minimal things. But if you can plan and understand what are your priorities and what are really important for you, you can eliminate so many things which wouldn't make much difference in your life in terms of not doing things, but you would get the advantage of better health, physical and mental health, and even it can improve your quality of life. You should understand that there are limited resources with you and you need to prioritize most important things and start working accordingly. Before going to how to get into this phase of doing minimal things, let me explain you the advantages of doing minimal things. First thing is helps us to slow down and helps to be present in the moment. Allows us to understand what our resources are, what our capabilities are, what we can do in a good way, and we can limit ourselves and do things in much better way. Overextending us or giving too much of pressure on our mental and physical resources, we may end up in trouble after some time. This would help us cultivate a habit or a thought of contentment and gratitude and try to live our life with what we have. This will help us prioritize what is really important for us. There would be so many things in our life which we are doing which are not really important for us, and we end up in spending a lot of time and energy and even spoiling our mental peace. You might have a lot of things in your life which you have done already. I have done that. This can help you in reducing your stress and improve the quality of your life. This can help you in making your life more minimalist. Other than reducing stress in your life, it can improve your mental health, your physical health, and even you will really understand the meaning of life. Uh, I see people running behind, even including me, I have done that in the past, running behind to, I don't know what exactly would be without even knowing what exactly would be the result of getting something done in life. When you slow down and think about what you really need in your life, it's a chance for self reflection and personal growth. And surely this can lead to a greater sense of clarity and purpose in life. So, there are many advantages of doing minimal things. Now, everybody would be thinking, how can I get into this? Because I am into so many liabilities, I am into my work pressure, I have family pressure, I have financial pressure, I have so many things, I have health issues. So these are things which everybody has. We need to plan it in a way that it doesn't impact your life or impact your current situation. Let me explain you how you can do it. It's not very easy, but it would take some time, and over a period of time you can understand how you can do it. Every person will have different situation in life. They would be in different stages of life. For me, it's very easy to talk about this because I am in a stage where I have spent my life like working really on multiple things in life, and some succeeded. But when I think about all these things what I have done in my life, I feel that I could have reduced the number of things what I have done in my life, because it could have made my life bit more simpler, and I am trying to do that. I am not a person who is doing minimal things. I am trying to do that. I am like in a phase of moving. It cannot be done overnight. It would take at least a year or two to get into that phase. Depends upon how you are currently working. Suppose you are a person working and doing like hundreds of things, you would take a lot of time to get into that. So let me explain you how to get into doing minimal things in life. So first thing is to identify the most important things that you need to do in your life, which you cannot avoid. So you need to identify those things which are really important in your life and that cannot be avoided. To do that, first thing is you need to reflect on your priorities. What are truly important for you? Write down. You cannot go without this. These are the things definitely I have to do. Write all those things down. Sort it in a way that the most important things come on top. This is something which I have to do. Second thing, yes, I have to do. Third, fourth, fifth. Maybe you may reach something like, okay, I can avoid this. Assets can be liabilities. There are so many people, or even including me, there was a time when I needed two or three vehicles because I was doing too many things. But now, when I'm slowing down, now I feel that the number of vehicles which I have is too much for me. It's becoming like a liability to take it for service, to do the maintenance, parking, all those things. I feel now there are days or even months when my particular vehicle wouldn't be used. So it's sort of a liability. Now we need, those were assets for me, but it's sort of liability as far as I am concerned, because I am not able to look after that. There would be people like having multiple apartments, houses, villas here and there. They invested when they had money. But now to take care of or to maintain that, there are apartments where you need to pay maintenance charges. And if you are keeping it locked, and if you are a person thinking about doing minimal things, when you start doing minimal things, maybe your income may come down. You may just need a minimal few rupees a month to live, but because of all your assets which you created, it's sort of a liability now to maintain that. You need somebody to go and clean it every day. You may not be living in a different town. Over a period of your career, you might have created wealth around different locations, and it becomes liability for you to maintain it. So try to get rid of those assets and convert it to assets which you can maintain. It can be, you can invest on things like mutual funds or stocks or even gold, or many things are there where you can get good returns. You can sit at home and manage it. You don't need to pay anybody anything to manage it. When you go through the list of things which you have made are important for you, think about, suppose you are not going to do something. Say for example, you have three, four businesses which you find it difficult to manage. Consider like selling off one of two of those businesses, and if you feel what would be the outcome of that, write down those things. What are the losses you're going to incur? If it is something which you feel that it's going to give you more of comfort, I think you should get rid of that. You should learn to say no. There are many situations, including me, I have faced that we do something for somebody else and we end up, or we spend a lot of time and we go through a lot of mental pressure or physical pressure because of that. If we could have said no at a particular time, we would not have to go through that. So you should learn to say no. Focus on one thing at a time. Say, doing minimal things doesn't mean that you cannot run multiple businesses. See, you have one business, you are setting it in a way that you can manage spending few hours, you have good managers. There may be a situation when you launch a business, you may have to personally work there, you may have to set up things, but always I feel that businesses should run even in your absence in the same way when you are present there. So you need to set up in a way that it is taken care in your absence in the same way when you are present there. So once you reach that goal, you spend few hours a week to look after what's happening there. Maybe you have good managers who take care of the businesses, and you meet them weekly and get updates, and you give sufficient freedom to them as per the operating guidelines, and that runs well. then you may have time to start the second business also, where you spend more time on your second business and you set that up. You can run multiple businesses without like going into every business every day, waking up 4 o'clock in the morning and working till night 10 o'clock. You're going to all the businesses, looking after each and every small things. That wouldn't work well. The best thing, do things which you can do very focused. Do one thing at a time. That's the best. That would yield the best results. Practice mindfulness. You should always spend some time thinking about what you're doing, rethink your decisions, and take decisions which would make your life simple and easy. Now, coming to the most interesting part, most of you would not agree that you should get into doing minimal things, because you would be having a lot of dreams in your life, you would be having a lot of things which you want to do in your life. Then I feel you should go ahead. But there would be a lot of people who would be thinking that, "Oh, it's too much, I'm tired, I'm not able to take it." Those people should get into this. Think about the most important things in your life, things which you cannot go without doing. Start doing that. Prioritize it. Make a list of things. Then think about things. Suppose you stop doing this, what would happen? The outcomes of that. Analyze those things and take decisions. I feel that definitely it depends upon which stage of your life you are in. It's not that everybody should start doing minimal things. I wouldn't say that, because I feel that I could do a lot of things in my life because I worked and did a lot of things in my life. I decided to do it and I took chances, I took risks, and I could do it with happiness. It didn't feel stressful for me. As long as you are happy, you are giving, are feeling that happiness, or you feel that satisfaction when you do things, I think there's nothing wrong in that. So for me, let me tell you one thing. Even now, I work the entire day, but I am trying to prioritize. I am getting into this mode. I am trying to do minimal things. I used to post a lot of videos. I used to, like, I have 4 channels, and I used to like almost post weekly 1 or 2 videos in every channel. I've done almost 1,000 videos on my channels. I have a full-time job. I travel a lot. I do a lot of things. I do learn. I do read. I don't know. I do multiple things. But last almost 1.5 years, almost 2 years post COVID, I have tried my best to slow down, and I have been working on this. And in a way, I feel that I am able to do like minimalize things, and I'm trying to identify most important things which I need to do in my life, and I am trying to get into this mode. So, guys, would love to hear from you about this topic. How do you manage things? What do you think about doing minimal things? And that's all for now. I'll come up with another interesting topic next time. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, do subscribe. Bye for now. Take care.